with you, and that's time. I love the speed run. Thanks everyone for watching. Conception, take it away.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know how any of this works, but that's fine. All right,
welcome.
So, hey, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah, welcome to the party.
Yeah, I am. For those at home, I'm playing Castle of Illusion HD. So you know that meme that's like, can we get McDonald's? I got McDonald's at home. Stuff like that. Can we do Kingdom Hearts? I got Kingdom Hearts at home, and that's what I'm presenting.
You're playing the other Disney game.
Yeah. There's just not enough Mickey in Kingdom Hearts 2, so I decided to throw you a little extra. But yeah, this game is really fun. It's a new one for me. I just picked this up not too long ago, so. Oops. There we go.
All right. We'll get more to you doing stuff in a second because I'm about to not be doing anything anyways. But I was grinding Wisdom Form throughout this world because it has the quick run ability attached to it, and that lets me now dash around instead of just walking everywhere.
All right, cool. Got a little skip there. So this game has very few skips. It's a 2D platformer. Well, it's 2.5D platformer. But there is one skip that is right here that I'm not going to do, unfortunately. It's a little bit tough, and it makes it so that Mickey is moving on a 3D plane in what should be a 2D plane, so it's very easy to crash the game, and then it's also very easy to soft lock the game. So I'm not gonna be testing the waters too much there. I'm just gonna go around and do it the long way. Only takes about 15 extra seconds or so. Not too shabby. But yeah, the main thing we're gonna have to be focusing on my end here is making sure we have enough gems to get through. Each doorway has a certain amount of gems that you need before it's able to unlock, and obviously we gotta get to the end somehow, so we gotta get enough gems.
I'm heading to my last gummy mission for a long while, which is nice. But Conception, you are also a pretty recent showrunner. What is it that you run?
I am a showrunner of the famous, the hit show Awfully Silly. Which is, everyone's favorite AGDQ or SGDQ blocks, brought to you every 2 weeks on Mondays. So, yeah, awful, silly games. Those are my forte in terms of the show. I actually don't run too many awful or silly games myself, but I thoroughly enjoy them. So that's why I wanted to bring the show to the channel.
What is the worst game? Now, this is worst in your definition and opinion. What is the quote-unquote worst game you've ever had on your show?
Ooh, you can say Forbidden Memories. That's fine.
Wow! Are you kidding me?
Well, I haven't had it on my show yet.
I just like bullying Sky, whatever she has me on. That's great.
Yeah, we'll have to have that on the show, and then my answer might change. But let's see. Boy, there's just been some real gems. I really enjoyed recently, not too long ago, we had an FMV-centric episode. Mm-hmm. And there was a game we had on there which is called Thunder in Paradise. Which is it's based off a TV show that Hulk Hogan was on, and there was one season of it in the 80s or something like that. And it was fantastic. It was run by S. Sharif. Really great run. Just a lot of comedy, brought a lot of funniness to it, which is one of my favorite parts of the show, is just getting to see all the funny cutscenes and stuff like that. All
you had to stop at was on TV. There are so many bad, unplayably bad franchise games based on movies and TV, especially SNES, NES, Genesis. There's just wow. Just wow.
Oh, yeah. For sure there is. I actually, in that same vein, I've been, the past couple of years, I've been trying to pick up a holiday-based speedrun each year.
God,
just to
here we go. Die Hard!
Yeah, and this year's was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the Nintendo DS. And that game is bad. That's a very bad game. It's like WarioWare for babies.
Don't play Die Hard Trilogy, because it's just not a good game. We did that for the very first holiday episode of TFS, and when we initially picked it, we were like, oh, this would be funny if we did this every year. and just got weirdly better at it. And after we played it the first time, we decided to never play it again.
Sounds about
I've
right.
heard that about Die Hard, yeah.
Like, there's some good Die Hard games. I think Die Hard for the NES is, like, funny at least and stuff. I don't know. I think it's, like, fine. Die Hard Trilogy for the PlayStation 1 is just bad. It's just a bad video game. Don't play. If you have a light gun
Lord.
and maybe a steering wheel, then maybe it's tolerable. But
I think
Definitely don't
That being said,
Yeah.
if anyone does speedrun it, feel free to come on my show. Awfully Silly, every other Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
I think Space Ace for the SNES is probably bottom of the barrel for me in terms of bad game. Oh, well, yeah. So, for instance, someone was running it, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. They died because the monster ate their shadow. Not their persona, because the monster ate their shadow. That counted as part of their hitbox.
I mean, they must have been a big fan of, like, the Peter Pan movie and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I can only, that's the only logical explanation. Yeah.
I was just like, my goodness, if your hitbox is your shadow, I just want nothing to do with that.
Your shadow.
I had
Oh my gosh.
I had an April Fool's episode of NBS where I had awful and silly block content. And I had Beast Wars, which is in GDQ this year. I'm very excited.
no.
Same runner. Aylis got in. I'm very proud of her. And the run is completely different from when I had her on. But I had Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue for PS1. That was an experience. Everyone really likes Power Rangers. That was the day I learned that people will like just love asking other, like, as soon as they know, like, oh, yo, you like Power Rangers, and then it just goes into like a rapid fire trivia session basically, and it was really, really fun. There was Fight Crab. That's still one of my favorite games I've had on NBS, and just like, I'm so glad your show exists, Conception, because the awful and silly blocks are like my favorite segments in GDQs. I'm actually really, really excited to be hosting for the tail end of the awful block this year. I'll be hosting for Sonic Jam up through Discworld, which Discworld is not counted as awful block. You won't hear me call that game awful, but it probably could have been.
Yeah, it's one of those like awful adjacents, right?
Yes. Like that.
Kind of like what they did with what was that Untitled Goose Game they used as like the bridge game between the block, one of the past ones.
Well, it's like how Katamari is the tail end of the horror block this year.
What? Are you serious? Wow.
Makes sense to me.
I see no problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's just I get to feature the most ridiculous games. It's just a blast. I love it so much.
All right, I am coming up on another boss fight. A pretty difficult one because this one is very random. The
this is
boss can
Oogie?
the boss can open with a bunch of different stuff. There's not really like a good or worse pattern at my skill level. It's just I got one of them and I noticed which one it was. I think I could just use Dance Call now. Yeah. I'm going to use a lot of this limit throughout this world. I've already used it once because it's a really good limit.
And I'm in Toyland. I'm getting some gems.
Yeah, we have one of those in Kingdom Hearts also.
Yeah. There's a lot of crossovers. See, that's what I'm saying. The Kingdom Hearts at home is what you're getting here.
Oh, do y'all?
I'll be having.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll be at a boss fight soon, but not. We got time. We got plenty of time.
Do you mind if I just remind everyone what we're doing and all that good stuff? Because I'm still seeing questions, of course. So this is the our end of year showrunner celebration spectacular shindig. Throw hot sauce and pickles and other foods that you like on it. We are the ultimate Sunday of showrunner shenanigans. We've actually stolen C Average, who stole from TFS's idea of like pitting two games against each other and seeing which is faster. They're unrelated games. In this case, we have Hobz versus the World, where Hobz is racing Kingdom Hearts 2 Critical Mode Vanilla versus 5 other games by 5 different showrunners. In fact, we're on game number 4. And what is your estimate for this
still
conception?
have so long to go. How is this possible?
My estimate is 47 minutes, but that's actually pretty generous. I PB'd today in practice with a high 37.
What happened to the days of you don't practice your speed games? I mean, come on! I thought there was some camaraderie around.
This is a mercy kill. There's a show just for that.
Yeah, when you go up against the legendary Hobz, you got to come in with as much preparation.
Conception PBing also. Like you both PB'd today, or I don't remember if Amy PB'd or was just very close to PBing.
About a minute.
Either
off.
way, I still have like an hour, not 2 hours, but an hour and 20 minutes or something.
Conception, I have an idea for your show now. Now, this person has to agree, but we were talking about it earlier. How do you feel about Pears and Grey Witch? Been running that.
I have been seeing that on the TL a lot lately, and it's on my radar for sure.
Does the person running the game have to agree that it belongs in the awful block? Because, I mean, as we all know, Oth thinks Wand of Gamelon is a good game, so I mean...
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a good philosophical question that I haven't had to deal with yet. Most people are in agreement that their games are awful or silly at the very least.
That would also be a good candidate for never before seen, because I'll tell you now, that has never been seen before at a GDQ.
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
I know he's going to submit. If he continues to run it, he will submit Pears and Grey Witch. I don't see it not being a thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be perfect for the show for sure. I can't see not including that in recent times.
I mean, it's perfect, honestly, for everything going on. It's a fun one. I say that, but I don't run it though either. So, we had a question in the chat, by the way. Has there ever been a bootleg during Awful Block? Yes, Titanic. Go and after the special's done, go watch that run and go watch the interview between Oth and Darkman after. That was probably one of my favorite GDQ moments ever. Just that whole run was ridiculous and hilarious.
That run was the only run I've ever been able to show to coworkers when I still worked in hotels. And they were like, what the heck is speedrunning? What are these events that you're either going to or you're like going on about? And I was just like, all right. I need to show you a speed run. I was like, here's what speedrunning is and you know what it's generally about. Now, sometimes we like to speedrun really bad video games, and Titanic was the one I decided to show. And we had a great time. It was when I worked at the graveyard shift, and the coworker in particular that I worked with on the graveyard shifts was like well into his 50s, and he had a great time watching it. It was actually hilarious. I was like in my early 20s then. But yeah,
so
like it was a great time.
I have to know, what did they all think when you showed the cutscene with the dog face? That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No. The edit that allowed it to be on GDQ.
Yes.
Oh god. That was an experience. I was crying laughing in the office. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh goodness.
Titanic is one of the bootlegs. There was a Donkey Kong bootleg also, I think, on GBC that was also on what you call it?
The Donkey Kong Country 5 of Through Space and Time or whatever it's called. Oh, it switched on me. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Okay. You know what? This is just a guaranteed present skip, so I'm going to save time by losing time.
You know what I like?
It all comes back in the end.
What I like about this special the most ever is to watch Hobz's impending reactions towards his doom.
Yeah, and I also really enjoy watching whenever the screen goes dark enough, like you could see the faint image, the faint spirit of Kizaron on the screen, and he's just like either staring very disappointedly, very angrily, or very longingly at the screen. Oh god.
A person of many emotions, Kizaron.
No, it's Hobz who's like staring at like this laughing image of Kizaron on the screen, and like it's like Hobz dies, screen fades to black for a moment, Keys is laughing at him. Just big shout outs to our producer Richard here on Wednesday nights for being the greatest of memes, the greatest of memers even. If y'all haven't seen like the episode where I had Skybills on for Zelda 1 randomizer, there's some good juicy memes in there too.
That was a mean scene for the record.
Oh god. Did you ever go back and see how Richard memed on you?
Oh yeah. How could I forget, you know? Oh goodness. And again, I had Amber on Mercy Kill for Pokemon Snap. That was probably one of my favorite episodes of the year. There were some great moments in that one.
God, TGH did Zelda 1 and got Mercy killed, and then I did Pokemon Snap and did way too much note taking. And like finished well under estimate, and then I followed that up with like the new Pokemon Snap race, which is the only race I've ever had on Never Before Seen. That was also a good show because CJ It's All Good did fantastic commentary for Quo and not Deku King and Quo are the same person. Oh my god. But yeah, like just a great time overall. I still remember I want to say like what my favorite TFS episode was. It was Sonic Generations actually, where Hobz,
my best gaming moment of all time.
Yes, the Seaside Hill, like where like you camera locked for some reason, and you just kept playing the stage until you hit the signpost at the end of the classic act of Seaside Hill.
I did half that stage blindfolded effectively.
Yes, it was incredible.
Yeah, that's still my greatest gaming moment of all time. I think.
You can. I think you can still find that clip somewhere on the GDQ channel. Like, you should definitely Google it if y'all haven't. Like, that was incredible.
Okay, this is a very difficult fight, by the way, or it has a very difficult strat in it. That is also a little random. I did not expect you to start attacking. That was scary. All right. If all goes well at the end here, I'm going to kill everything. Okay, it will not happen, but this is now scary. I may die. We'll see. Yeah, ideally you kill everything in the very first part of this limit, but there is some randomness to it, and also it's really difficult to begin with. Oh, I am so gonna end up dying here. How do I
get
deal
close to
with
dying
this?
myself. Had some tense moments there. But now I'm on another boss, which is some guppies.
Yeah, there's the death. I should have just actually died immediately and committed to it, but yeah, there was no way I was saving that.
Give me strength.
All right. Beginning of this fight's
All right.
not as bad, but the end of this fight is awful.
By the way, if anyone's interested, this game, which I think is very good, it's also like pretty short. Like it's not too, even from a casual perspective, not too long.
Yeah.
It's like $3 on Steam right now. It's super cheap, super cheap. So definitely pick it up if you like Disney platformers. If you like the old Castle of Illusion, I think it's definitely way different, but it pays homage to it in some nice ways. I think it's a lot of fun. Highly suggest.
Yeah, I've played this casually as well, and it is honestly kind of delightful.
It's very cheery. It's a good vibe. I don't know how else to describe it. It makes me smile.
Like, we're actually on the 2 games in this list besides, the game I'm running after you're done. We're on the 2 games I've actually played out of the 6 games in this segment.
Yeah.
I should go play Ori in the Blind Forest. It's so good.
It's like literally in my list.
I'm the same way. People in my chat will attest to this. I'm particularly bad with 2D platformers as a whole. So me running this game is like, it's kind of like a coming of age moment for me. Even though this one's like pretty easy as far as 2D platformers go. But yeah, anytime there's a good 2D platformer that comes out, I'm like, oh, I want to play it, but I'm so intimidated.
You're gonna learn one of the Castlevania games then?
Yeah, I've never actually, no, I was gonna say, have I not played a Castlevania game? I think I've played one, but I've definitely never ran one.
Yeah, those 2D ones are very, very intense runs.
Yeah, they look it.
And this is a question for y'all, actually. If you do eventually learn a new speedrun, not committing to next year in general, what runs do you have your eyes on?
Ooh. Okay.
Well, if you had asked
first,
me
yeah.
about 12 hours ago, I would have said Metroid Dread, but I've now learned it because that's what I was doing instead of practicing for this, because that's what's going to be on TFS tomorrow. But
Nice.
there's a lot of stuff I want to learn. I want to actually like properly learn Dark Souls 3. I love to like relearn Spider-Man and probably learn Miles Morales too. Like those are just really good games. Yeah, I don't know. There's a ton of stuff that I would want to learn, honestly. How about you?
Yeah, for me, so I made 2 purchases recently off of eBay, which is I bought the GBA port of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring,
Oh God.
and then Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings for Nintendo DS. So maybe one of those. I've never played either though, so if they're bad, then you know, I'm not gonna be beholden to that. But I'm looking at those. I'm also I run a good chunk of Pokemon games, and I've kind of been toying with learning Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or maybe even Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Haven't fully decided yet, but something in that vein maybe.
Oh yeah, I would also love to learn the Emerald run, because the like one kind of scrappy run I did of it was really fun. And also Sonic Generation, since you brought that up, Amber, like that would be a fun one to learn too.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember
that runs
Sonic
cool.
Generations, like with TFS, and then I remember you haven't put keys through Lost World yet, and I know that's technically because you've played through it. I know
love
you
Lost World.
You played Lost
Yeah.
World with Spike earlier this year.
I've actually done 3 like semi-improv races of Lost World. I forgot to just drive here. Whoops,
Yep.
I was doing rando strats.
Why is Mickey collecting Chaos Emeralds, by the way?
Yeah, gotta beat that evil Dr. Robotnik at the end. Imagine if that's the only change they made. It is a Sega game. They could do that.
But yes, Hobz, you were saying, I'm sorry, I got very distracted because those look just like Chaos Emeralds.
Oh yeah, I was just saying I think Lost World is great. Like I've it's my favorite game to know like nothing about and just race people in anyways. Like it's kind of a really just good game for that. And it's a slept on Sonic game. More people should play it. And the run for it's like really cool actually. Like there's some super neat levels and strats. So I'm heading into Light Cycle. This part sucks and I might die and I'll lose a lot of time if I do, but I shouldn't, because I should just not be bad, but you know, that's kind of hard to do.
I died a ton of times here casually. This is not a fun part of the game.
Yeah, so I get 2-shot on critical mode in this section, and okay, well, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way now. The opening, there's 2 parts to this, basically. The first part is random, like, which enemies spawn is not random, but like exactly where they spawn and if they're kind of like already attacking and not. So if you get hit in the beginning, it's just kind of up to RNG. And then your damage carries over into the second phase of this, where it's not random, but I'm bad. So I like to have full health going into the second part. But okay, I got better luck this time, so now I'll have full health. This should be doable then. But I did already die once, so that sucks. And like after this section, well, really, as we get kind of near the end of Tron World in general, we head into like a really brutal just gauntlet section of this run. But I'll talk more about it as we kind of get to the harder parts of it.
I'm fighting in my hold on, I gotta remember the Kingdom Hearts lore. Nobody?
No, nobody
Is that-
knows that.
That looks like
Yeah.
more like your Heartless, considering it's
My
a shadow.
Heartless. Okay, yeah, my Heartless, which is just the shadow version of myself. Another Chaos Emerald for me, though.
I can't wait for somebody to weave that into Kingdom Hearts lore and say that it's canon somehow.
Someone will.
Yeah.
Don't tempt
Yeah,
the internet.
exactly.
They will.
It'll happen.
Hey, the great thing is I don't care about Kingdom Hearts story and lore, so they can do it and I can just laugh at them. It'll be awesome.
And I am on a boss right now, which is a licorice dragon that's swimming in a sea of milkshake.
While you're floating on macarons.
Yep. Which I assume are strawberry?
They look like they'd be strawberry.
Yeah, I never know. There's never any confirmation. Gonna bonk him. Bonk.
Okay. Got through the garbage minigame that is Light Cycle. Like that, it's just so rough that that two-shots you on critical mode.
All right, there we go. Oops. I almost forgot to jump. I would have gotten swallowed by a licorice dragon.
All right, now I hope everybody is ready to hear this critical health noise, or we're probably listening to the music on the other side or something. I don't know. But basically, I am low health intentionally right now because I want to experience boost, which is to say get twice the experience from these enemies, and I need to be under half health to do that. So Stitch is also going to help me do that by refilling my MP or by being a nuisance and putting enemies way higher than I can reach them. And the problem is Stitch will also slowly heal me over time. So that's why I kind of need to like go quickly, or else I could end up back over half health. Like it's not really going to happen most likely, but.
All right, and now on my side here, I'm collecting the last bit of gems that I will need for the run. I've unlocked the last door that has a gem requirement, so I no longer care about collecting gems anymore. Since it's the 80% category, we're just going to try to blow through levels as fast as we can here. We just got a few more, but these are also probably the hardest ones in terms of platforming, so.
Stitch is really like, I mean, he's giving me MP a lot, but he's kind of making this worse. Okay, so I hit level 23. That's mostly what I'm looking for. I also want to get just a little bit more experience than that. That's plenty. And now I can leave.
Let's see.
Yeah, we use that section because there's just infinitely spawning enemies once you freeze 2 of the screens. And it just allows us to get a lot of experience.
I can see me all the way to the beginning. Okay, no, thankfully. That's where the checkpoint was. Whew. Unfortunate death there, but ultimately not super costly.
All right, I'm heading into the boss of this world. And I'd say around now-ish is kind of when that big gauntlet starts that I was talking about. Because I've got this boss fight, then 2 more fights that you can easily mess up, and then another boss fight, and then 4 more fights, and then a really hard fight. It's like all back to back to back to back, so.
Yeah, when I was doing randomizer, I was okay with doing the randomizer proper, but the final gauntlet in this game is just not nice.
Okay, I messed this up. Yeah, we're not even close to the final gauntlet. This is the Mid Midway Gauntlet. Oh boy, I don't know how to recover this.
Okay. Nope. Turn around, Mickey. There you go. Ugh.
I'm probably not going to have enough damage to knock him into the next phase with that move. Yeah. Which is unfortunate because now I'm likely going to die. Oh, he's healing. Okay. Need these badly, please. Oh no, a lot of them despawned. That's not good.
Okay.
Okay, somehow I lived. I lost quite a bit of time doing that fight that way, but at least I lived.
Did not die.
Yeah. Whew.
What's that like? Because I just died at that level.
Here, I'll tell you in like 5 minutes. Hold on. Like I said, it does not end there. Okay, so we go from there to a fight that's really easy to die on, which could be said about basically every fight in this video game. Whoa, I got launched because of 60 FPS. Okay, that was weird.
Give me strength. Hold it. Yes. Hold it.
Please
Double
stop
hit there.
hitting me.
Gather.
Okay, that was super scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold it. It's over.
Okay. That fight was really wonky, but we got through it. And now we're going to head into a fight that is a really cool strat if you do it right, because you use like Chicken Little and get all of your drive gauge back and use a limit and like magic and stuff. You use all these cool tools, but let's see if I can do it right, because I probably won't. This is a really hard strat.
All right. That's like all of the words I know from Kingdom Hearts, all the ones you just said. Limit. You know, other words. Oh, I got a nice little hop there.
All right.
I just saw one of your emotes in chat, Hobz.
Was it didn't die?
Yes.
Because that's the one that everybody uses.
I was like, of course. It's actually
I
the
didn't
emote
die.
code is JHob's second place.
Yeah.
Dance, water, dance.
Go follow and sub to JHob's. That is a beautiful emote.
That is.
I do love
really
that
like
emote.
it.
While you're over there, like hop over to Conception's channel and follow him. What do you
I
do
don't
on
have
your
many
stream?
Cool emotes.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this a lot lately, but I just speedrun bug snacks a lot. It's probably what I'm most known for at this point. But also do like a number of Pokemon speedruns, and then I've been trying to, you know, as true to my nature of my show, trying to get into some more awful games and stuff like that too. So yeah, that's basically what I've been focusing on. But I did just recently move, so I haven't been streaming as much as I would have liked to. But
Same.
yeah, I saw that. I sympathized with you on Twitter there, because the move is rough. But finally settling in here, so that's good.
Ooh, okay, that was a good Demix fight. So I might have to fight this guy again because there is no checkpoint from this fight all the way through the next 4 fights. We're gonna see if we do okay with it. I put on these things and that, and then we move. Yeah, these are the Final Fantasy fights. If I die on any of these, I have to go all the way back to before Demix. It sucks. And there's a reason Rando adds a checkpoint here.
I actually picked up the PC versions of all the Kingdom Hearts games because I'm interested in Rando for KH2, but I want to replay things first because I haven't played them in years. And I was just very happy that the PC versions finally went on sale, which I think they're still on sale. So if anyone is interested in playing the PC versions of this or trying the randomizer, y'all should check that out.
Yeah, though you can play the Rando on emulator as well, so you don't have to have the PC version
Yeah, but
if you
60
want.
FPS.
But if you want to play, yeah, it is nice on 60 FPS. And if you want to play Kingdom Hearts 1 randomizer, then you need the PC version.
Yeah. And I've always kind of liked KH1 more than I've liked KH2, so I will probably take a crack at that once I've replayed the game.
Yeah,
boy,
I have to get those PC versions too. I just have the PS4, 5 versions at the moment.
Which are honestly better versions, or at least
There you
better for KH2, but you can't play Rando on them, obviously. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm playing on PS5 right now.
Yeah, I've heard the PC versions have had some problems, so that's kind of why I hesitated a little bit.
Yeah, they're mostly like fixed from a crashing perspective, unless you're playing Rando, but they are just a they like are slower on load times and stuff like that.
Isn't it funny that we have all these modern consoles and now load times are all of a sudden like sometimes better on the console than PC?
Oh right, it's like it's usually the other way around, but somehow they
Yeah.
messed this one up. Okay, so I'm through the scariest platform, and I really did think I was going to die on that one, so it was spooky. But That does not mean that I cannot die here or anything. So I absolutely can. I'm going to level my drive form here to level 2. I should have been looking to see what these enemies were doing before I did that, but thankfully Cloud is like really good. So is Tifa, and she did a good job in the previous platform. But yeah, Cloud will like do a lot of good work for us here. If all goes well, I'm dead. Yeah, dang. I got greedy. I should have thrown another magnet. Yeah, so that's a huge time loss, and that's why I was saying I needed to be ahead earlier on. This is just, yeah, unfortunately, where you get sent back to. It is very difficult, this whole section, because we don't have an ability that we're actually going to get right after this. An ability called Once More, which would protect us from a combo death. Like if we were getting comboed like we just were a second ago, we could only get reduced down to 1 HP. But unfortunately, we level up and get that in those fights. So we don't have them during it because we can't put it on yet.
All right, I threw a little bit for content, died on... Well, this is honestly probably one of the harder platforming sections. It died twice, though, which is unfortunate. It means I'm going into the final boss here with as little less health than I'd like, but honestly, this final boss is not too hard. Not too hard.
This fight has gotten weird. Because Demix is like this.
I will say as well, this is the final boss, so time is kind of soonish. This fight is kind of long though. It's like 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes long. So yeah, I'll give more of a warning for you, Amber, when to get set up here.
I have the game, like I have Dash Adventure 2 open. I'm just like, it's a matter of minimizing windows and moving stuff away.
Gotcha.
And meanwhile, Hobz is fighting Demix, which is not a pleasant fight.
Oh, not even a little.
No. Especially not when you have to fight him 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
And I am fighting who is technically Mizrabel, but is also the evil queen from Snow White. I feel like that was a change they made for this game, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, and a hop. One of my favorite mini games in Mario Party is the hot rope jump, which is what we get to do here a little bit.
Oh yeah, that is basically this.
It's basically the same thing. Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not too hard. Nothing much going on my end. Just have to survive. Six. He likes to shoot 8 of these missiles. I think 1 more. Yep. What? I got swatted. No, don't make me do this again. Okay. Whew. For some reason, I just bonked right off the top of her. I've never had that happen before. All right, so this is the second to last hit. Last hit is coming up, and then as we collect the gem, it will be time. So maybe about 30 seconds-ish.
Well, here's y'all's reminder to follow Conception at twitch.tv/ConceptionSR. Come watch Awfully Silly on Monday. Okay.
Mondays, yep.
There's so many shows, I have completely forgotten the schedule outside of Wednesdays and Thursdays. I'm gonna be real.
Yep. We do have a GDQ coming up, so that occurs during the week that Awfully Silly would be this week. So we won't be back until then. But here we go. Time.
All right.
All right. GG.
Best of luck,
Thank
Amber.
you.
And best of luck, Hobz. Get through this. You got this.